Debonair. Okay.
They need to do something where if you come to court on false pretenses trying to destroy somebody's life, you need to go to jail. It shouldn't just be a slap of the wrist like, oh, you just lost. No, you need to go to jail.
Facts.
A lot of people stop doing it if they know, oh, I'm gonna go to jail for this. It's actually gonna destroy my life. A woman knows, okay, I can lie and say these things, and in the event that I'm proven wrong, nothing happens to me. That's not good. Something's not right.
I put us at fault for that, man. I put us, especially like guys like me, at fault for that. Cause like I said, I've had something like that happen multiple times, but I never did anything about it. I could have, again, like I said, I could have reported her to the Dean of Affairs. I could have, student Dean of Affairs, whatever it's called. I could have reported her to the damn police department or anything like that. I could have just reported it to small claims court and sued her for like $3,000 or $5,000. I think $5,000 the max for small claims, for defamation. I could have did a lot, but I didn't do anything. So I know if I did it, a lot of guys do the same thing. They're like, okay, I'm just going to sweep it up under the rug and this, that, and the third. Like, no, man, from now on, like when stuff like that happens, it's a wrap. Like me personally, I don't even like, you know, in my job, I have like a pretty decent sized office. Even when I have like one-on-one session, review sessions and stuff like that with whatever, like one of my female part-timers, I always have the door open. I make sure that somebody's next to me, and because I don't want anything to happen to, oh, well, he reached across the desk and did ABC 1, 2, 3. No, ma'am, this door is wide open. Everybody can see us. I got somebody else here, you know, with me that's taking notes, because I don't have time to deal with that. Anybody can just turn around and be like, oh, well, he did ABC 1, 2, 3, and everyone will immediately believe her. Number one, because she's a woman, because I'm a man, and that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all BS, man. Like these are some of the precautions a lot of guys, like especially me, that I'm moving up in ranks. I have to take precautions when it comes to women. When I have disciplinary actions with men, all right, cool, come on in, close the door. We're gonna talk about this, that, and the third. We're gonna have to go through these reviews and whatever. But when I have a disciplinary action with a woman, I have to bring other people in, because I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, you did this, that, and the third. Like, and it's sad, but this is the type of precaution we got to take. Men got to take for women, especially in this Me Too, you know, believe all women era.
Yeah, man. I was just about to say that, but you answered my question. I'm like, are men afraid to speak up? Do you think also it relates to how a man might see themselves, like, oh, I don't want someone to perceive me as a victim, so I'm not going to say anything?
It could be that. I think more so it's, that's a good question. I don't even know. We don't want to be seen as weak.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's really stupid, because one of the biggest arguments that people talk about, like when it comes to sexual assault, right? It's like the women like, okay, well, he forced himself on me and did ABC 1, 2, 3. But a lot of guys go through stuff like that too, right? So for example, with me and my ex, whenever my ex got off her period, she was extremely horny. She always wanted to have sex and stuff like that. There was times where I'd be like, yo, I'm tired. I ain't trying to do all that. Because I was legit tired, bro. Like I was working 2 jobs back then, had my classes at night. I was exhausted. And she would just still take it. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, bro, I wonder if I was to do the same thing to you. My ass would have been in prison.
It would have been a whole different thing. That's why I'm saying this double standard needs to end. It's not fair. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of men behind bars that are gonna be there forever that was accused of some sexual assault crime that they didn't do. Yeah. And that's very, very, very sad. Because
she got mad. All because she got mad at him because of whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad, man. And I think it really hits different for women. You know, after they have a child, like after they have a boy in particular, because one of my homegirls was like one of the biggest feminist movements, one of the biggest feminist activists, whatever you want to call it, for like the, you know, the Me Too movement, all this, that, and the third, and all those things. She had a boy around 2 years ago. Now she's just like, oh no, some of these girls be lying. I'm like, wait, what? This ain't you? Who is this? Like, and she told me like, yo, listen, like this can happen to my son. My son get it. I'm like, yeah. So it's like when you're outside looking in, it's different from when you're actually inside. If it's not you, for example, you or your brother or your dad or your uncle, it could happen to your son, or it could happen to someone that's close to you. You know what I'm saying? So when you have those type of things, and that's why I was happy about this trial. I was grateful that this trial was shown publicly, because these are some of the things that women that damn do. They'll be mad as hell because you chose to move on, and you were the one abusing me the whole time.
Do you think Amber Heard actually wanted Johnny Depp, or was she just using him as a come up? Let's say pre-trial, before the trial, before even being tried in England. Do you believe that her intentions of going into that relationship were just to come up from him? Or did she genuinely at one point like him? Or was it not that and she just using her narcissistic ways to keep him as long as she could? Like, I honestly don't know what that was. It seemed like he was very in love with her, and
Yeah, he was
she,
definitely in love with her. He was definitely in
yeah,
love with her.
and she would carry on that same behavior towards him. But after listening to the recordings and just the narcissistic things that she kept doing, was that genuine?
I honestly believe, and this is why it's so hard for a lot of guys that's in like that's in that range of like the tax brackets. Like this man is literally worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Diddy. Diddy's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I think is he a billion? I'm not too sure. But anyway, when you're at that type of tax bracket, it's hard to get people that actually wants to be with you for you. So I don't think she was with him because she just thought he was so damn fine. I think she was with him because of who he was. His name holds weight all over Hollywood. Everyone knows who he is. He has a name, he has the fame, he has the brand. And she was Amber Heard was nobody. Nobody was checking for Amber Heard like that prior to her getting with Johnny Depp. Like you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And that's the thing that she, for whatever reason, she refused to believe. She's like, oh no, I was big, all but like, no, the hell you wasn't, ma'am. You was a nobody. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So I think she was with him because it was a come up. She cause she saw it was a come up. Same thing with damn Young Miami. Young Miami is not going to allow some 50-year-old guy to talk down on her on camera, hollering about, oh, we not together, we having fun, we dating. I'm looking at her like, yo, this man just made you look so stupid. But because of who Diddy is and all the things he's been providing for her as far as finances and whatever else he's doing, she allows it. So when you're at that point of that point of your life, especially when it comes to being $100 million. I think he's a billionaire. I'm pretty sure Diddy's a billionaire. When you're a billionaire, bro, you can do almost anything. You can do almost anything, and women will allow you to do almost anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Honestly, Amber Heard, I came to my conclusion. I also feel like she wasn't genuine, because if you really like somebody, you're not gonna poop on their bed. Like, you're not gonna,
That was
like, how
crazy.
do they stay with you? You know, I don't understand the thought process. Like, I want you to stay with me for my own selfish reasons, so I'm just poop.
It was she has what did the psychiatrist say that was on stand? She said BPD, bipolar personality disorder or something like that. Not bipolar. I think it's personality, borderline personality disorder, something like that.
Yeah,
And yeah, so it makes people like one being narcissistic or number one, but it makes people think that they're bigger than what they really are when they're not. And the whole reason that you're here in Hollywood, the whole reason why you're on Aquaman and you're doing all these films, it's because you were Johnny Depp's wife, not because you're acting. Her acting is trash. She's not all that.
yeah, she's not. I mean, we saw her acting on the stand, and it wasn't giving. So, I mean, it was not giving. No, she needs to go to jail. Honestly, I don't. You shouldn't be able to, because even the price tag punishment is not enough. It's not
Yeah.
enough.
See, she should have paid way more. He sued her for 50 million, and I think she countersued for 100 million or some crap like that.
Yeah,
He should have. I mean, but she doesn't have it anyway. But he definitely should have got that max 50 million. He definitely should, because this man lost so much money. This trial was going on for so many years. He lost so much money. He was supposed to be in Pirates of the Caribbean 6. He was supposed to be in the Fantastical Beasts, the Harry Potter movie, whatever that thing was called. I forgot the name of it. He was supposed to be in a Netflix documentary about his life. He was supposed to do a lot of damn things and they end up canceling all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get those type of sponsorships back. Like,
exactly.
he could have won a damn Oscar by being in the next, and everyone's waiting for the next Pirates of the Caribbean. He could have won an Oscar for this Pirates of the Caribbean 6 or 7, whatever number they're at.
Yeah.
Now we'll never know.
Oh yeah. He did mention that he felt extremely disrespected by Disney and how they treated him guilty before proven innocent.
Yeah.
He did like mention that, and it's really sad. I think a lot of these organizations are trying to cover themselves and get rid of you before anything.
Yeah.
The finish line, I ran past it. So egotistic, so cocky, so conceited, cause I'm better than your average. I'm mad sick when I spit that shit. When I spit that flow, she gon' want to catch my drift. Soon as a nigga get some money, they try to spit on it. They ain't put it on this bottle, so they can't sip on this. Don't you try to boost me up.